Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and we're back with another video. Today we're going to take a look at the Jaybird Run XT. Let's go ahead and check them out. So guys, over the last few weeks, we've been reviewing several different earbuds. So it's no surprise that the Jaybird Run XT made it to our channel. Now, if you are into fitness and you're looking for a high quality earbud that's going to be affordable, then you're going to want to watch this video because they have some really great features that make these a very good choice if you're looking for some sports earbuds. Now, as always in our channel, we're going to do a review, unboxing. We'll talk about fit and finish. We'll talk about the audio quality. And as always, we're going to do a call quality test so you can see if you use these for a phone call, what kind of experience are you going to have? So watch this video and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get right to it.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell icon to get notified when new videos become available.
All right, guys, so now before doing the unboxing, let's take a look at what Jaybird is promoting with this product. So you have 4 hours of battery life with an 8-hour recharge ability. That means that the case itself is going to give you an additional 8 hours. So it's falling in line with what we're seeing with the actual, I would say, earbuds in the market today. It is sweat and waterproof. Now notice what it says there. Sweat and waterproof, not water resistant, which is very different. So this is actually waterproof, meaning that you can drop them in water and not have to worry. But keep in mind, these are not really designed for you to go swimming with, right? That's not really the purpose here. It's more about the fact that they're waterproof. They also have a sport fit, and they have multiple fins that you're going to be able to use as you're wearing these. Now, in addition to the 4 hours of play, the sweat and waterproof of IPX7 that we just saw in the sport fit, you do have fast charging technology, and that is like super cool. That means that if you're using them for 4 hours and then all of a sudden you're like done, you can put them in the case and notice this. Within 5 minutes, you're going to get 1 hour of battery life or usage out of these. So I think that's a really great feature. Again, 5 minutes is going to give you 1 hour playtime. Premium sound with a custom equalizer. And that's one thing that you'll see when we do the application review. They have a very robust application that gives you all of these EQ settings that it's going to give you I'd say a custom experience around what you want to hear. If you like bass, you'll get bass. If you like mids, you'll get mids. If you like highs, you get the highs. You can just configure it to your music liking. Premium sound, as we talked about, and then music and calls. So let's go ahead and do the unboxing and let's see what these are all about. All right, so as we unbox these, we'll slide this out. I had already cut the plastic because it's a lot easier that way. And then what we'll do is we'll open this up on the side. So pretty simple, right? So we'll move this over here. You have your earbuds, and the earbuds come in this travel case. So you can see that right there. It's probably a little bit larger than the ones that we reviewed so far, so we'll put that to the side. And then as we open this up, you have some accessories. And if we move this over, it looks like you have a quick start guide. We'll leave that in there. We don't need to take that out. Now, in this pouch, it looks like we have several accessories. It looks like this is a little accessory pouch that has fins. It has all of the things that you would need in order to wear these securely. So we're going to cut this. Let's see if that opens up like that. All right, and then pop these open. I like the fact that it's almost like a Ziploc bag. Makes it easy to store things back in here because there are a lot of little parts and pieces to this. So as we move this over, you have a micro USB charging cable, and then you have a series of fins. You can see all these fins. Now these fins and stabilizers are what going to give you that fit. Now, one of the things I always like to mention when we're looking at all these different accessories that you see here is that our ears, right, not just the canal, right, but the shape of our ears may not be 100% the same on each side. So if you do grab, let's say, like this fin right here, and you think it fits great, but you find that your left or your right earbud always falls out, you may want to just switch the earbuds because our ears are not 100% the same on each side. So it's okay to swap, one size with the other depending on how your ear and your fit goes. So make sure that you consider that when you're getting your fit. I always get, some feedback where people say, the left one falls out or the right one falls out, and that typically solves it if you do that. So nice accessories, a lot of stuff that you can look at. Now, taking a look at the product itself, in this case, you'll notice micro USB charging right there. And if we push this button, it does seem to have a charge. And you can see the LED lights up here and on each side. So it looks like this is going to give you the LED capacity for the battery, and then the sides are giving you the individual earbuds themselves. So that's pretty cool. Now, if we open this up, we can see here are our earbuds, and you'll notice that they light up. They are, let's see, yeah, it's not a magnetic case, so we'll remove these out, both of them. So you can see all the contact points right there. That should come up nice and clear. And when we close it, you'll notice that it powers on to tell you what the LED battery life is for the battery. So it doesn't have the gauge, but it is giving you a really nice LED there telling you the time or how much time you have based on the colors. Now, one of the things I'll say is that while this is larger, it feels really secure. It's not something that's going to open easily. But as you put your earbuds back in here, there's no magnetic lock or no magnetic guiding. Everything is all based on, when you put it in. You notice that this one did not light up. So, which tells me I probably did not seat this well. So I'm going to put it back in and kind of, now it lit up. So you can see it lighting up right there. So that's going to be a problem with this case because if you put it in and you're not paying attention, you may not get the contact points. Unlike some other cases that have the guided magnets, that's kind of a downer here. The case itself is pretty light. It has that matte finish to it, so it's not going to get all scuffed up except these areas right here. And now let's take a closer look at the earbuds themselves. So we'll just pop this open here and take a look at the earbuds. So what you have is a couple things going on here. So you have your earbud, you have your contact points, you have these wings, and these wings are going to stabilize. And then what you have is a toggle here, and you can see the LED. I'm going to put one in my ear so you can see what it looks like. So you can see it right there. I'll grab the other one and put it in my ear as well. So that's what they look like in each ear. They don't seem to stand out that much. So, we've seen other earbuds that are really big like the Bose. These seem to be a decent size. And then I can tell you right now, I don't know if I'm speaking louder because I can't hear myself. These do have passive noise canceling. So passive noise canceling means that the gels themselves, as we see here, are providing isolation from what you hear around you. So it's going to block out, just because of the gel, the noise that you hear. So that's a good thing. It does not actively cancel out noise, which is really important to know. Now, the other thing about these earbuds, when we talk about features, right? We saw all the features that I discussed in the box. One thing that it doesn't have that has become, in my mind, a standard when it comes to audio products like this is hear-through technology. The ability to hear your surroundings. And I think that that's a big miss on the part of Jaybird, because when you're running, if you're using these for a run and they do a really good job of canceling out the noise, you're going to want to hear what's going on around you. And you're not going to want to sacrifice the fit for being able to, hear something that's going on around you. Because you can get a looser fit, but then you risk dropping your earbud. And I wish it had noise, the hear-through technology where it allows you to hear things. It doesn't really do that. So this is what the earbuds look like. You have left and right indicators. They're pretty straightforward, very similar to all the other styles that we've seen. You can see the left and right there. It's pretty clear. And they don't seem to be very heavy. All right, so next let's talk about the overall battery life. So battery life of 4 hours, I'd say in my experience using these, they've been pretty spot on. So I'm getting close to the 4 hours that they describe. For me, the biggest thing is that if I'm using these as I have for the last week, I really don't get a sense of where the battery is at, because as soon as I put them in the case, I'm going to get that rapid charge of 5 minutes equals 1 hour. So these always get really tapped off really quick for me. So I think that that's a great feature. Now, as we talk about audio quality, bass is there, mids are hot, and highs are there. The music experience is really good. And when we take a look at the app itself, you're going to see why, and you're going to see all the configurability that you can have. As far as the fit goes, they are very stress-free. So I've been wearing these for, as I'm on planes and also during workouts, and they don't fall out. And if I shake to the side, they're not going to come out. They're very secure. I want to say that they're probably one of the most comfortable earbuds that you can find that are fitness specific. The fact also that they are IP rated for waterproof, not just water resistance, also gives you really, I would say, sense of security when using these if you're someone who sweats profusely or if you were to drop these in a puddle by mistake. So audio quality is great. You see that music separation, it's warm, and then with the EQ settings that you're going to see in a second, there's a lot that you can do there. Now, when it comes to call quality, what we're going to do is we're going to go into a coffee shop and we're going to try these to see how they sound. Remember, these are for fitness, so I would expect many of you are going to use these on a run, and as you're running, you may have wind, you may have street noise, so taking it to a coffee shop for an audio test is probably going to be the extreme test. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, before we go ahead with our call quality test, one thing I wanted to mention about phone calls, which is, in my opinion, somewhat disappointing. When you're taking phone calls, it only is heard through one earbud. So unlike the music experience where you get stereo sound, with these earbuds you only get them in one ear. I don't understand why they've made that choice. I've seen some manufacturers do that, but at this price point, because these run around $179, $180, I would have expected them to have stereo sound. So only one earbud is going to receive the call, and it's the only one that you're going to hear the call from as well.
Okay, so we are in the coffee shop. Let me know the features about the only audio.
All right, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the app for a couple minutes. So the app is available both for iOS and for Android. Really very extensive app, very powerful app. And what I really like about it is that it allows you to change the way you listen to music really easily. So you have flat, which is kind of, I would say, default. But then if you're someone who wants to have a signature view, and you'll notice how the pattern here changes, which is, by the way, something that you can customize. You could just tap on that. You have Timothy Olsen type models, and you have all these different type people who may have given feedback as to how they like seeing their audio. You have bring on the bass, expanded or extended listening, warmth, and R&B. So you have a lot of different ways that you can listen to music simply by configuring your tapping. I have been able to switch back and forth depending on the music I'm listening to. If I'm listening to rock, pop, Latin music, I'll just flip it back and forth just to see. Or what I could do is if I go into the customization area, I can actually customize how I want to listen to that music. Now, if we go back here for a second, you'll notice at the very bottom, you'll see what your battery life is, right? And then what you could do here is you can actually download specific experiences if that's what you'd want to be able to listen to. And then you have your profile. So the app gives you a lot of flexibility when it comes to how you listen to music, and it makes it, I think, really enjoyable. I found that it's probably one of the easier apps. Everything is really big and chunky, and it just gives you the ability to access things really quickly. Now, another neat thing about the app is under settings, you have a couple things that you can do. You can configure your button controls, and while there's a single button, you can actually determine how that button is going to work. So right now, mine is set up for the Google Assistant, and then my other bud, you can use this for your volume down or volume up. Now, on this side, again, it's just one button that you can configure, but you still have some flexibility to do that. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who are curious, can you use only one earbud at a time? Yes, you can. So I can actually put this one away, and the right one will work. Now, you can't do that with the left. The right is the master, this is the slave. So this one you can put away, and you can only have one earbud in your ear. Now, you can configure the name of your bud, the battery status. You could choose Find My Buds, so that's going to remember the last time you had them on, and then it's going to give you kind of an, I would say, an approximation of where they could be if you left them in your house or at work. You also can modify your voice prompts. Do you want to hear the full voice, or do you only want to hear tones only? So that would be like the beeps, right, as opposed to power on and all those type of prompts. So there's some configurability there. But once again, there's no hear-through technology. All right, guys, so that concludes our review of the Jaybird Run XT. Let me know what you thought in the comment area below these. Are you going to pick these up? Also, if you want a comparison, let's say like with the Jabra Elite Active, if you'd like that, let me know in the comment area as well. Or if there's a comparison that you'd like to see between the, again, Run XT from Jaybird across any of the earbuds that we reviewed on the channel. As always, don't forget to share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.